Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to another video. I hope you've been keeping so very well. This week I thought that I would bring you along for a week in my life, and I'm really excited. It's going to be nice to just bring you along and to vlog this week. Today I am going to be getting into some work, but before I do, I wanted to do some cooking this morning. Recently I've been working a lot on my mental health and really trying to reconnect with the things that make me feel really good and really happy, and one of those things is cooking and baking, and so I'm really trying to embrace that. I noticed when I was having a really flat patch with my mental health recently and having a really tough time that I wasn't really feeling inspired or motivated to cook, and that's when I was like, wow, this is quite a bizarre feeling for me because I love cooking, I love food so much. And then once I noticed that, I really was like, okay, I really want to make the effort to get back into the kitchen and back into cooking and connecting with food in that way. And I was talking to my boyfriend recently and he was like, you need to get back into your bread making era, where I was making bagels pretty frequently and also learning how to bake different breads. And whilst I'm not going to learn how to make something new today, I am going to bake some bagels this morning because I love having them in the house, and it's just a super mindful thing to do as well. I really like learning about different foods and different things that you can make, and I think that's something I really want to keep exploring in my life in general, but especially this year, it would be really cool to keep learning how to make things that I haven't made before. Before I made bagels for the first time a couple years back, I thought, wow, this is going to be really difficult, and then it was something I ended up doing every week because I just loved it so much. So anyway, that's what I am going to do this morning. And then I also want to prep some kind of sweet treat for the week as well, because I really like having sweet treats in the home for myself and for my boyfriend. He benefits from this very much so as well. So that's my plan before I get into work for the day, is to do a little bit of that. But let's start by making some bagels. I will link the recipe that I have been following for the past couple of years down below if you do want to try making these at home as well, but I'll show you how we do it. Okay, so whilst my bagel dough is rising, I'm going to get into making some sweet treats, sweetie treaties as I like to call them. And I am going to make these ones, I'm trying to find the reel on my own Instagram. I made these really delicious, almost like a whole food based Twix bar. This is what I'm going to make. It's like a biscuit base with I think I did almond butter here, but I'm gonna do a cashew butter. Oh my god, there's me, that's so funny. I'm gonna do cashew butter today because I feel like cashew butter is more, it has more of a caramel vibe to it and a more neutral flavor. So I'm gonna do a caramel slice kind of vibe with a biscuit base, cashew butter kind of center. Well, that's gonna be the main ingredient, and then a chocolate top, which I think is going to be really delicious, and I'm really excited. And my bagel dough is rising, and I'm going to make these sweetie treaties, and it's all going to be just lovely. It's just so nice to start the week making some really good food in the kitchen. Work day today. Finally got to try the bagels and the slice that I made later this evening because I just ended up doing so much editing and so much work today that by the time I was like, oh my god, I need to like try those things that I made, it was nighttime. But now I'm at netball. I'm about to go in, warm up with my team, and then hopefully have a good game. I've really been enjoying netball so much more since coming back from my surgery. I'm now like 12 weeks post-op, which it feels like it was way longer than 12 weeks ago. It feels like 12 months ago that I had my surgery. It's been definitely like a whirlwind of a recovery, and I just can't believe how well my body has been adjusting to getting back into moving my body. Like when I first came back to playing netball, when I was at probably like 8 weeks post-op, you know, I was really being quite hard on myself because, you know, my fitness wasn't there. I wasn't feeling super agile. I just wasn't feeling like I had felt on the court like before my surgery. Yeah, I can be a bit harsh on myself sometimes. I think one of my worst traits about myself is the amount of pressure I put on myself for so many things in my life, but especially being a part of a team. I really always want to be doing good things for the team, I think. Anyway, I really worked through that like uncomfortable feeling of feeling like I wasn't benefiting the team super well, and I just kept, you know, and have kept chugging along, like working on my fitness and my agility and my strength and stuff like that. And I haven't done any core workouts still since my surgery, but I have been doing more cardio stuff like swimming and playing netball. The past week or so, I have just been feeling this difference in my body and this almost like lightness in my body. I just feel so good being back on the court with my community, and just like so grateful that fibroid is not in my body anymore. It was making me feel so many different ways and affecting me in so many different ways. And you know, before my surgery, so many people said to me like, oh, you're gonna feel so much better on the court, you're gonna feel like amazing with your fitness and stuff like that, this is gonna really like improve your physical health in that way. And I just kind of like didn't believe it, and yeah, now I do believe it because I really am just feeling the difference, which is really, really nice. So yeah, I am really, really excited to get on the court tonight, see all of my friends, and hopefully have a good game. I'm just forever grateful that I went back to playing team sport and have some really, really lovely teams that I play on, because yeah, it makes my week very, very nice. Even on the bad days, I have somewhere to be and a team to show up for, and they show up for me as well, and it's really, really beautiful. Tuesday. Please don't mind the sound of my washing machine right now. I am getting things done today, and the washing is one of them. So this morning I had a really, really nice morning. I've been trying to get into a pretty good like morning routine, honestly. Like since my surgery, I know I've mentioned I've been really struggling with my mental health, and especially like a month ago I was really, really struggling. And a lot of the advice that I got in terms of like trying to feel better, I suppose, was not only giving myself the time to heal like physically and mentally, but as well as that, really try and focus on like the small things that make me feel good. And so I've been really, really trying to, you know, drink enough water every day, as well as like eat nourishing food and like be in the kitchen cooking food, which makes me feel really good, and also like trying to go for a walk and get out in the community in the mornings. And so that's been a routine I've been getting in and been really, really enjoying, and really noticing how good I feel when I do have some movement in my morning, like going for a walk and also going to a cafe, getting myself a hot chocolate or an iced chocolate to start the day, which, you know, I love in general, but I also really like just being a part of a community. And even though I'm like by myself at a cafe, I'm like, you know, being around people and just having that nice interaction to start my day, I feel like has been having a real positive benefit on my mental health. So that's something I have been really trying to, I guess, stay in the routine of, and this morning was more proof that it definitely does make me feel really good. So I'm gonna try and keep doing that and just keep taking the positive steps forward with my mental health and with my recovery. And you know, it's definitely been up and down, but I would say that over the past few weeks in particular, I have been noticing an improvement in my well-being, and just hoping that I will continue feeling better and more motivated to keep feeling better as well, which yes, should be good. Anyway, I am going to get into making some breakfast. Whilst we're here, I also want to say a big thank you to my friends at Squarespace for very kindly sponsoring today's video. Recently, I've been doing a lot of planning behind the scenes of really where I want to take a lot of my social media work, especially in the vegan food space. And I'm really excited for, I guess, the things that I have to come this year and what I'm feeling really motivated and inspired to do. And a big part of that is uploading a lot more recipes on my website. If you haven't checked out my website before, it is amandadux.com, and I host and design my website using Squarespace. I have done so for, my goodness, many years now. Honestly, we might be getting close to 4 years of me using Squarespace, and I have built and designed many websites using Squarespace during that time. I find it so functional and so easy to use, and I genuinely just enjoy using it so very much. So I'm really excited for the recipes that I'm going to be sharing there throughout the rest of the year. But if you haven't checked out my website before, definitely do so. There are loads of delicious vegan recipes on there already. Arguably my favorite features on Squarespace are the blogging features. Honestly, uploading a recipe, which I do as a blog post, is so ridiculously easy to do. So if you're someone who is wanting to share a blog, whether that be a food blog or many other blogs that you can share, I definitely recommend checking out Squarespace. It's like, absolutely ridiculously easy. It's also really easy to be able to sell products and services on Squarespace if that is something that you are interested in doing as well. If you're ever interested in trying Squarespace for yourself, you can go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you can go to squarespace.com/amandadux, and you can use my code, which is amandadux. That gets you 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Okay, time for me to enjoy the rest of my breakfast, and then I'm actually going to just get into working for the rest of the day, but I will catch up with you this evening. And it's going to be a good day today. I'm really proud of myself for getting out of the house and having a positive morning, because I feel like the day has started very well. So tonight, one of my best friends, Megs, is coming over for a sleepover. I am going to cook us dinner, and we're going to watch a movie and just have like a chill night, which will be so nice. I'm going to make some kind of nourish bowl for dinner. I feel like I talked about this in another video recently, but like I've really realized how I love nourish bowls so much. They're like one of the foods that makes me feel the best, and I just feel like it's a really simple and straightforward way to have like a really balanced meal. So I really enjoy it. I think tonight I'm gonna do like a satay tofu kind of nourish bowl, because I have this satay tofu in the fridge already, which will make it like a quick and easy kind of dinner. And I also recently bought some quinoa, which is one of my favorite grains to have as the base of the nourish bowl. So I think I will definitely do that, but I don't know what else at this stage I am going to add. We'll just see how it goes, I suppose, but I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to having a chill night in with one of my besties. Just a lovely way to spend the rest of the day. morning. I am up on the Gold Coast because I am running a couple of errands, picking up some secondhand furniture on Facebook Marketplace. And so I decided, because I was coming up to the Gold Coast this morning, that I would make a little bit of a trip of it. And I have been wanting to show you guys and also just like return to this new vegan pastry shop that has opened up on the Gold Coast. So if you're visiting or if you are a Gold Coast local, I definitely recommend checking out this place. I've already been and I loved it, and so I'm really excited this morning to have a croissant and a hot chocolate for breakfast. A lovely way to start the day, especially because it's starting to get like a little bit more chilly here now as we go into autumn and then into winter. It's like really crisp early mornings, and it's a really crisp early morning this morning. I know the sun's coming through, but the air is really crisp. So yeah, anyway, that's what I'm doing this morning. I recently really realized how I have been missing since I moved further south and there's not as many vegan foodie spots around me. I have been really missing like going out to vegan food spots. It's just something that I really like doing. I like doing it by myself, but I also like doing it with other people, and that's something else I've realized recently is I don't really have that many vegan foodie friends anymore in comparison to how it was, I suppose, like 5 years ago. I do really enjoy going to vegan foodie spots by myself, and part of that is like I really enjoy talking to the people who like own the businesses or work in the businesses and just like talking about veganism in general and how things are going for them, because it's no secret that like, I mean, small business in general has definitely been struggling a lot in the current like economic state of, I guess I can only really properly comment on in Australia because that's where I live, but you know, I think that a lot of people are really struggling economically, and a lot of small businesses are really struggling for that reason because people are spending less. But as well as that, I personally feel like veganism is a lot less popular in Australia than it was like 5 years ago, so I'm noticing like the closure of a lot of vegan businesses. So I really want to actively try and be supporting vegan businesses more, and just like, yeah, getting out there and going out by myself. But this is what I was going to say. I also really like would love to have like more vegan foodie friends, I suppose is the way that I would look at it. Like when I first moved up north, and even when I lived in Melbourne, I used to do these like vegan meetup kind of things where we would like go have a picnic and stuff like that, and through that made a lot of vegan foodie friends who just liked going out and checking out vegan businesses together and just like enjoying food. And I was talking to my counselor about this recently. I was saying like I really would enjoy having that sense of a vegan community back in my life. It's something that I feel I'm really like missing and have been missing a lot recently. So if you live in the southeast Queensland or northern New South Wales area of Australia and you think like, oh, I'd love to do some kind of like a vegan foodie meetup or like anything like that, and you think it's something that I should explore doing again, definitely let me know, because I know that it can be really hard, especially if you are new to eating plant-based, to like feel not super isolated, because even though I like have a vegan partner and have like a couple of friends in my life who are vegan, I still sometimes can feel isolated in the feeling, because I'm definitely like, and that's also to say the fact that I, you know, do this online for a living and stuff like that. I'm fully rambling now, I'm realizing. But yeah, it's just something that's been on my mind, and I've been thinking about whether I should start trying to, you know, get more of like a vegan community vibe together again and do like some little like, I don't know, just like community things where we can go and support vegan businesses or have little picnics and stuff like that and just be around like-minded people in that way. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a thing that people would come to or anything like that. So just floating it. I'm gonna go in and have a croissant now. I'm really excited. Honestly, I'll probably get some things to take away too to have at home. Thanks for listening to my ramble this morning. I definitely didn't intend to go on so much of a tangent, but anyway. All right, let's get a croissant. just now realized that I'm pretty sure my microphone was not plugged in for when I was explaining getting secondhand furniture this morning, and I have just set up the secondhand furniture that I went and got from Facebook Marketplace this morning. So it's looking really good, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have heard me talk about it in any capacity. So essentially I went and picked up this bookcase, which was $180 secondhand, which I thought was pretty decent because honestly I see a lot of this style of bookcase firsthand, like brand new, for like $600 to $800, and we really like purchasing secondhand for the sustainability element of it, but also the affordability as well. It makes it a lot more affordable. I also this morning picked up this table to use as a stand for our record player, and the thing is this stand was listed as a vintage telephone stand. It was only $30, but I thought it was really cool. Like, I'd never seen anything like it. It's definitely a lot taller than I anticipated that it would be, but it fits our record player perfectly, and I just think it's so fun and different, and I really like it. So yeah, it's looking really good. I'm really happy with both of the purchases, and now we've finally almost finished furnishing our home. The only real thing that we want to get before the winter comes is a rug for our lounge room, but otherwise our house is pretty well furnished now, which is so exciting. We were reflecting just last week about the fact that when we moved in here, we really didn't own much furniture at all, and over time we've just been finding little secondhand things here and there, and now we've furnished our home, and we really like the fact that things are really mismatched, and we feel like our home has a lot of character, which is really nice. So yeah, I'm feeling really good, and I'm really excited for my boyfriend to get home from work today and see the new pieces that I picked up this morning, because I think he's going to absolutely love them. I'm going to get into doing some work for the rest of the day, but my boyfriend and I are going to have date night tonight. Every week we really try and make sure that we have a date night, whether that just be cooking dinner at home together, or going out for dinner, or going to the beach for a sunset. Not sure what we're going to do tonight yet. We just know we're going to be spending some time together, which will be very lovely. I'm looking forward to it so much. And yeah, other than that, I will see you tomorrow morning. Okay, happy Friday. I've spent most of the day at work today, and then I went and did a really big grocery shop because I'm cooking for 6 people tonight, including myself. So I needed to get everything organized and also plan what I was going to cook tonight. I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to this all week. My boyfriend and I have 4 of our friends coming over, and we're going to have dinner and drinks and play board games, and then we are also having a sleepover. Well, they're having a sleepover here, and in the morning we've got fun things planned as well. So it's just like a really nice weekend that we've really all been looking forward to. We've done dinner like this before with this group of friends, and last time we prepared like an Italian style meal, but tonight we're gonna do a Mexican inspired meal, I guess. It's like a handful of things that we're making. So for drinks, we're gonna be doing margaritas. My boyfriend will probably do most of that because he used to be a bartender and I didn't used to be a bartender, so that just feels like he's definitely going to make them a lot better than I would, although it would be fun to learn and fun to give it a go. And then there's like a handful of things that I have planned for us to prepare. So we're going to do like little mini corn on the cob charred corn with like a cashew parmesan, some kind of like creamy sauce, and some lime or something like that. I'm going to kind of wing that as I go with things that I have in the house. Also going to do like a really nice fresh guac, fresh salsa, and some corn chips. Those are kind of going to be like starters, I suppose. And then we are doing tacos, and I like doing meals where people can kind of like DIY, I suppose, like especially when it's a big group, like everyone can choose how much they want to eat and like choose different things that they want to try. And I always find taco night is like one of the most perfect things for that. Tonight I'm doing lentil walnut mince, as well as some sticky barbecue tofu and some roasted pumpkin as like the main, like, I guess, ingredient for the tacos, and then we'll just add other things to them as well. We have like an hour and a half until our friends get here, so I'm probably pushing it in general. Yeah, I'm gonna get into cooking now. I'm really so excited. I love cooking for people that I love so much. It's one of my favorite things ever, and I just hope that they are going to really enjoy it. Sunday. I have had a really lovely weekend so far. Had such a good time with my friends on Friday night, and then Saturday morning my boyfriend took us for a surf lesson, which was so much fun. I have been wanting to actually get into surfing and try to learn for a really long time, but honestly I've felt pretty like anxious about doing so, I suppose, about, you know, trying something new and the fear of sucking at it, which I feel like a lot of people can relate to. But yeah, finally we ended up getting out into the ocean and giving it a go, and it was so much fun. I was really bad at it, but after the lesson that my boyfriend did with us, I was like so excited and telling him how I want to do this every weekend because it was really good, really mindful, and yeah, just really fun basically. So that was really great. And then last night my boyfriend and I went to some friends of ours, went to their house. We had a fire, which was really nice, and had a really good catch up. Had a really delicious dinner, which was a vegan carbonara, as well as an apple rocket walnut salad and some roasted Brussels sprouts. It was honestly so good. One of those meals where I woke up this morning thinking about how good it was. So that's when I feel like you know that it's really good. So yeah, absolutely lovely weekend so far. And now it's Sunday afternoon and I want to do some meal prep for the week. I've recently been inspired by a content creator on Instagram called Liz. I will link her down below. I find all of her content super inspiring and I love her recipes, and recently she's been doing a lot of meal prep content, and I've been like, you know what, I really want to try this style of meal prep. I feel like it would really work for me, and so today I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to do the type of prep where for the most part I'm going to prep the ingredients all separately so that then I can just sort of throw things together throughout the week and make myself little nourish bowls and things like that, which as I've mentioned, I've been really loving nourish bowls. So that is the plan for the salvo. I'm going to film and show you all the different ingredients that I'm prepping, and also, yeah, as mentioned, I will leave Liz's link down below if you do want to check out her meal prep content. I have found it to be really, really helpful. So yeah, anyway, let's get into it. I'm excited. There's a really nice feeling about having nowhere to be on a Sunday and just knowing I can spend the rest of the day in the kitchen getting prepared for the week ahead. Finished a bunch of prep, and so I've got all of this food ready to go for the week ahead. So I've got teriyaki tofu and leek, as well as some kale, and then I also have the crispy tofu, crispy chickpeas, and blanched broccoli, as well as crispy tempeh. I did a whole heap of rice and some roasted sweet potato, actually a lot of roasted sweet potato, as well as these two dressings. So I've got this tahini dressing and also this peanut butter and lime dressing. And basically This will make really simple and good salads as well as nourish bowls, and then I can also add like fresh things like fresh cucumber and tomato and things like that, as well as avocado into them as well. But I've got the sauces and the cooked bits ready to go, which makes it just like a 5-minute meal to throw together rather than like a 45-minute meal essentially. So I'm feeling really good about this. I really want to try and keep meal prepping moving forward, because I think when I'm having a busy week, it'll be really good to have these sort of things on hand. And yeah, it is now Sunday night, and so this brings us to the end of this weekly vlog. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with me for the week. Definitely let me know if you want to see more of these moving forward throughout the rest of the year. And as always, thanks so much for being here, for supporting me and my channel. I genuinely appreciate it so very much. Hope you have a beautiful day and week ahead, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye!